So, hello, Kym. Welcome. I'm so excited about this because you are my first Limepixel Limelight feature from overseas. So, for those watching, Kym is from Brisbane, Australia, where I guess it's a touch warmer than here.
Yes, it is lovely here today. It was about 27, 28 degrees. So if
Oh,
we were allowed to leave the house, we would have been nice to go to the beach.
Yeah, we had a nice warm weekend, so we were 15 degrees and that was quite good for us. So
I did hear that on the news, Stacey, that it was like trying to keep all of the UK people inside because the weather was great.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think there's been some people that's been doing things they shouldn't do and kind of going to parks and sunbathing where they're, not meant to do things like that. But anyway, so welcome, Kym. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
joining me. It's lovely to chat to you. And I've been reading through your bio, and it's just fantastic, actually, how you've managed to grow a national company from what you say on your notes, from humble beginnings.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Very.
go ahead, do introduce yourself to everyone watching, and do tell us what you do.
Sure. So I started as a hairdresser, basically my career, my way back when, nearly 30 something years ago. And through that time, I became so well known in the salon for doing the amazing scalp massage at the basin that everybody just kept booking in and coming early, and then having that and not caring what I did with their hair. So they kept saying, Kym, you should be a masseuse. And I didn't know what that was. I'd never heard of it. And I thought, well, maybe I'll check that out. So I started studying massage, absolutely fell in love with it. The light switched off for hairdressing and on for massage. And then that was the start of my, well-being massage career. So I was about 20 and I had no idea what running a business was like or anything to do with it. So I just thought, how hard can it be? Probably the funniest, silliest thing I've ever thought. Really hard,
Yeah.
as it turns out. But 27 years later, Rejuvenators, which is national, it's Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Perth, Adelaide. We've got over 100 people or 100 therapists in the team. I've got an international call centre and a domestic call centre. And we work with about 800 hotels. Like, think of Hilton, think of Stanford, think of Accor, all of those guys. We do all of their guest massage for them 364 days a year between 8 a.m. and midnight. So if I could have picked a longer business, I don't know what it would have been, but it takes a lot of time in the day. So there's a blessing in this coronavirus thing right now, which is, oh my God, I get to breathe without thinking about a business that never sleeps. So that's been really nice. And it's also given me some time to catch up on some things that I've had on my list forever to do and just have not gotten around to. So super pumped about that, just not the circumstances and, the sickness and illness and finances and all the rest of it.
Yeah. You're finding that's having a real impact on business and, income and all of that out there. It's just horrendous, isn't it? It's just affecting every business, I think.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be one person that's really left unturned from this. Obviously, some of the big companies that are in medical, well, they would be loving it, obviously for what they can do to help people and try to get on top of this thing. And all of our healthcare workers that finally are getting some love and limelight for a terrible reason, but actually getting the gratitude that they've always deserved, that was always maybe put to celebrities and those guys. It's like, it's just lovely. I saw the most beautiful thing online today, and it was a UK healthcare worker coming out of her home, and everyone, all of the neighbours were all standing on the street clapping for her. It's like, oh my God, it was beautiful.
That's what we've been doing. Yeah, that's what we've been doing here in the UK. So I think it's every Thursday evening at 8 o'clock. We've been coming out of our houses onto our doorsteps and just like clapping for, I don't know, a good 5-10 minutes, just all the neighbours, with banging saucepans and just, I mean, one of my neighbours even got his trumpet out.
That's awesome.
But it's great to see, like you say, it's great to see on the news, all the streets and across the country, everyone coming out in support for them, because what they're doing is just amazing.
Yeah.
No, with no
Yeah.
second thought, you know, they're just doing it. It's going to work, putting themselves at risk. Yeah, amazing, amazing. So what's do you think's been the secret of kind of like building a business, a national business like you have? Is there anything that sort of stands out? You think that was probably either the turning point, or that's really what made it all come together?
It's a really good question, and it sounds like it'd be easy to answer. It's probably not that easy.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about what I do, even through the down times of business when everything's gone wrong and crashed and burnt. I didn't lose my passion for wanting to help people and heal. That never went away. It's a bit of a hero's journey being in a business. So there's the good, the bad, the otherwise, and you've sort of got to just hang on for the ride and go through the bleak and the dark times. But if that internal passion is still there, then it will get you through anything. Like, even when I've really gone, you know what, I've had enough, I want to give up, something, I don't know what, just keeps me hanging in there and just going for it. So that's probably, I think, the biggest thing, if there had to be one thing. And then the other would be that I probably didn't know what I didn't know way back then. I thought, like I said, how hard can it be? Well, it turns out really hard, and it's been the most amazing life journey, of just figuring out the hard way, most of it, of like, what do you do? And then the other part of it is I've grown, as a therapist, and I've brought in all of these other modalities to be able to go deeper in this work and find how to shift people, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and do it really quickly to get the most amazing results. And that is the part that just blows my mind and makes me so happy. It makes my heart sing every single time I do it. So that is the other part of it.
Yeah, I think, what you've really touched on is that kind of, well, that mindset, isn't it? Is having that positive mindset that to see you through, like you say, through the bleak times and the good times. It's having, a real positive outlook so that you can continue on doing your work.
Yeah. And look, it's definitely not easy, to the point that, like 3 weeks ago, our entire income nationally switched off. And it was like, you don't plan for that in your 13-week rolling cash flow. Even when you do, like, worst case scenario, it's not that. So had to come to terms with that. It took a minute, and then it's like I noticed feeling a little shell shocked, and then was like, okay, I need to regroup, and I need to just breathe, come back together, and then plan my way forward. So now I'm completely like, oh yeah, like, no problem, let's go. But it took about 3 days just to find that new, the new normal.
Yeah, I think that's it for a lot of businesses. I think we kind of went through that sort of shock phase, didn't we? It's like, oh my God, what do I do now? How do I continue? How do I keep things ticking along? And then you come through it, and you start just taking that positive action. Think, right, I'm going to carry on. I'm going to just keep doing what I'm doing, and keep fighting the battle, really. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, what? I mean, a lot of business owners are going through quite a bit of stress at the moment. Is there any kind of suggestions you can offer that they can use to cope with the stress levels?
Absolutely. This, I think no one is immune to this. And whether it be, little kids, whether it be grandparents, like, everyone is impacted, like you said before, Stacey. So for me, the biggest thing is it's what I call the ABC method. So it's the first part is just assessing your state and being really honest about it and not beating yourself up.
Yeah.
So, how are you really feeling? Like, not how you're feeling to your friends or your hubby or your, whatever, and not your team, because you can't tell them. You have to pretend you're a leader and you've got it all together, even when you've got no clue what you're doing. So it's like, if you can just honestly say to yourself, how do I truly feel right now? no matter what it is, if it's great, if it's totally shite, just literally go, okay, this is what it is, and acknowledge it. Is just go and have a snooze. Like, don't try to just, or don't, even more importantly, don't make yourself wrong for it. A lot of people will do that. They'll be like, I should have it all together, I should know what to do, and it's okay not to. It's really important.
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay? I think
you did just cut out a little bit there. I think I might have missed some of what you said.
Okay.
You know, we've got your first part of your suggestions. I don't know if you just want to kind of reiterate the last part of what you said, because I think you might have cut out a little bit.
Okay, sure. So, you know, the most important thing is don't make yourself wrong for how you're feeling right now. If you're feeling really crappy, just acknowledge it and don't judge yourself for it. Like, let yourself feel all of that emotion, and, you know, then decide, just do that for a minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes, but just set a time and go, okay, I'm just going to let this all be here. Because if you're trying to ignore it or push it down, that's when illness, or that's when mental health issues start to, you know, manifest and come about.
So if people kind of want to book in with you, how would a session with you work, and what would they what would they get from it?
The other side of me, other than the entrepreneurial, you know, national company side of me, is my true absolute calling, which is my health and wellbeing consultancy and my holistic work. So what I found years and years ago is when people would come to me for massage, they would keep showing back up with the same pain, the same aches, the same illnesses, and just, you know, we would treat it all and it would be back. And it was like, there's something else going on here. I want to figure out what that is and why it keeps returning. So down the rabbit hole I went, and out of that I became a master NLP practitioner, a journey practitioner. I've done, you know, energetic work. I've studied in India. I've studied in Indonesia. I've studied, of course, in Australia. And so all of those probably 20 plus years of trainings and teachings and skills, I literally bring it together now, and that in one to 3 to 5 to 15 sessions, depending what someone is dealing with, and whether we're doing like a quick, you know, state management sort of issue, or whether they want a long-term focus of changing things in their life, you know, dramatically to the positive. That's the work that I specialize in. So I suppose the best way to say it is, if you're feeling, you know, overwhelmed, exhausted, frozen in fear, by the end of one session, I'll have you to a place that's calm, confident, and clear, that you can actually find your space to think again. And you've got just, in literally, your body feels like a whole new body. Does that sort of make sense? It's hard to explain.
Definitely. Yeah. Wow. So would you be able to work with people in the UK? I guess you can do things like, with all the technology that we have now. Are you looking to open up into the UK perhaps?
I have been working worldwide for quite a long time, and I've got heaps of my regular international clients that, you know, come to Australia for work. I'm at hotels working with them, then they become my clients when they go back home. So I've done virtual sessions for quite a while, but I've sort of done it on the down low. You know, it's been my VIP clients, it's been celebrity clients. Like, if they're touring Australia, I'll tour with them and I do this work to help them reset and reframe. For sometimes they're super stressed out, they've got massive pressure, or to perform for everybody, you know, the fans, the management team, the sponsors, the promoters, all of it, and it just gets beyond them. So that's the work I do with those guys, and when they go back home, I work with them as well. So virtual sessions are easy peasy.
Excellent. Fantastic. So how would someone book a session with you then? How can they reach you?
Just on my website. Obviously I'm on Instagram. That's how you and I met. So you know, it's great. So Instagram's fine. They can reach out through that. Just, you know, DM me or just go to kympower.com. So it's a pretty easy website, KYMPOWER, just .com.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh, Kym, it's been really lovely to chat to you. And I've been really excited to say it's my first overseas Limepixel Limelight. I want to wish you all the best in your business. I want to wish you a lot of health and happiness as well. And best wishes to everyone in Australia. I know you guys have been through quite a lot this year, not just the coronavirus, but kind of all the bushfires and stuff that we've been hearing about in the UK news. So thanks for joining me today, and
That's okay.
I look forward to seeing you soon on Instagram.
Yeah, absolutely. And if anyone wants some information about, you know, the ABC method to be able to help manage their state by themselves without having to, you know, book a session with me, just shoot me a DM, shoot me an email, and I'll send that out for you. And also too, I've got 20% off any virtual private sessions that people want to do. So just reach out and I'm happy to help.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks so much, Kym.
Thanks,
Look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.
Okay, speak soon. Bye.